Hello everyone, welcome to another video. The Endwalker Focus Live Letter just ended recently, and we now got a ton of new information about job actions. It is looking pretty exciting for the melee role in particular, with great changes happening for those jobs, as well as getting a new job in the form of Reaper, which looks awesome. In any case, we are talking about my true main, Monk, in this video, and there's a lot to talk about. Disclaimer: as of the making of this video, all information gathered here is subject to change. Recast times, potencies, effects, etc. are all on the table. I will list the changes and give my thoughts afterwards. Let's begin. An entirely new mechanic called Masterful Blitz has been added. This has its own job gauge, more on this later. Two new skills have been revealed. A level 82 AoE weapon skill that replaces Arm of the Destroyer. It's a 140 potency attack that is guaranteed to crit when used in Oppo form. Also, Riddle of Wind. This is a level 72 ability that reduces auto attack delay by 50% for 15 seconds. Many skills and traits have been reworked. Perfect Balance now has 2 charges, has a 40-second cooldown and a 30-second duration. It lasts for 3 GCDs and grants different symbols for the Masterful Blitz gauge depending on the GCDs used under Perfect Balance. More on this later. Riddle of Fire is now 60 seconds. Its 25% damage buff is unchanged. Brotherhood is now 120 seconds, and your own GCDs are guaranteed to open a chakra under Brotherhood. Chakra siphon from party members still remains at 20% every time they use a weapon skill or spell. The damage increase is still 5% for everyone. Shoulder tackle is dead. It has been replaced with a 3 charge dash with a 30-second cooldown per dash that can target an enemy or ally but does no damage. It's basically a flash step. Positional requirements for Twin Snakes and True Strikes have been removed. This reduces Monk's total positional requirements from 6 to 4. Their reasoning was to make the job more manageable due to increased busyness from Masterful Blitz. Fist stances, Fist of Fire, Wind, and Earth have either been removed or converted into traits. It is currently unknown as of this time what their fate is. The enhanced Grease Lightning 3 trait that provides 20% haste to Monk at level 76 will highly likely be accessible from level 1. The Chakra mechanic will be accessible at earlier levels. We are currently awaiting more details as to how early it will be and whether deep meditation traits and enlightenment will be reduced as well. Elixir Field is now a Masterful Blitz ability that is on the GCD. Tornado Kick is MIA as of this time. A new gauge is now unlocked at level 60. When a GCD is used under Perfect Balance, you will obtain a symbol depending on the form that GCD is in. Bootshine, Dragon Kick, and Arm of the Destroyer, that also upgrades to the level 82 AoE weapon skill, will grant an Oppo symbol. True Strike, Twin Snakes, and 4-Point Fury will grant a Raptor symbol. Snap Punch, Demolish, and Rock Breaker will grant a Corel symbol. When 3 symbols are obtained, you will have 20 seconds to consume them to execute a Masterful Blitz. Masterful Blitz changes depending on how many types of symbols you have. One type, all 3 symbols are the same type, will cast Elixir Field, an AoE attack that provides a Dark Chakra upon execution. 2 types, 2 symbols are the same type, one is different, will cast a currently unknown skill. This may be where Tornado Kick will be, or it could be a completely different skill. It is assumed to be a single target skill that provides a Dark Chakra upon execution as well. 3 types, all 3 symbols are different, will cast Rising Phoenix. This is a new AoE 650 potency skill that provides a Light Chakra upon execution. When both Light and Dark Chakras are acquired, the next time you obtain 3 symbols and execute Masterful Blitz, it will instead cast Phantom Rush, regardless of what combination of the symbols are. Phantom Rush is assumed to be an AoE weapon skill at around 900 potency, making it Monk's hardest hitting skill, and will consume all 3 symbols and both light and dark chakras upon execution. If you played FF7 Remake, this should look very familiar, especially if you played as Tifa. After casting any Masterful Blitz, you will be provided with Formless Shift. This will allow you to continue your rotation without losing any form benefits. Those are all the changes we currently know of. I'm gonna now give my thoughts. I'll start off with the biggest addition of Masterful Blitz. I personally really love this mechanic. Not only is it a significantly more interesting burst window compared to spamming Dragon Kick and letting Boot Shine within perfect balance all the time, but it also gives Monk some new and flashy GCDs that are part of the core rotation and are not situational. The way symbols work provides flexibility on how you can activate various blitzes depending on the situation as well. The flash step is pretty amazing. I've always advocated for gap closers to not do damage, and Monk getting a mobility skill like this that is always accessible is dream come true. Having it work on allies as well, akin to ethereal manipulation on Black Mage, is also amazing. It provides so much flexibility when it comes to movement. It also helps that the animation looks cool as hell. Riddle of Fire and Brotherhood being 60 and 120 second cooldowns respectively is an absolutely welcome change. This of course was part of a bigger design philosophy change in Endwalker, where they wanted to make most damage and raid buffs like this align in 1 minute intervals. But let's also be real, 90-second burst windows really sucked. Riddle of Wind seems nice. Auto attacks are usually the highest or second highest source of damage from a monk, and having a buff that boosts its output significantly is pretty powerful. I also like it being on 90 seconds, as it allows Monk to have a damage buff active at most times, since you'll be cycling between 60, 90 and 120 second cooldowns, with these buffs aligning with each other in different combinations over time, like as you can see in the table. Perfect Balance may have a weird cooldown of 40 seconds, but it actually makes perfect sense. Current theory crafting suggests for Perfect Balance usage that you will want a 23-second pool timer in order to use Perfect Balance at the start of the pool, with 7 seconds remaining on it. This will let you gain 3 PB charges to use, which will allow you to use a buffed Phantom Rush at the tail end of the opener. About 40 seconds later, you should gain a new Perfect Balance charge. This charge will be held for another 20 seconds in order to use a Blitz under Riddle of Fire to boost its damage and set up a light or dark chakra. 80 seconds after that, you should gain 2 new Perfect Balance charges to use under Riddle of Fire and Brotherhood. This will allow you to perform a Blitz to get the other chakra you need, and then perform a Phantom Rush all under all those damage and buffs. Monk at lower levels should be really nice to play after all these changes. Getting Grease Lightning 4 at level 1, unlocking chakra systems earlier, and unlocking Masterful Blitz at level 60 pretty much lets the job have all its core mechanics during the free trial portion of the game, that being Aroma Reborn and Heavensward. Stormblood and Shadowbringer's actions are mainly going to enhance its playstyle with additional buffs and utilities. Anatman still exists, although we don't really know what it does. My assumption is that it will halt the timers for your Foam, Twin Snakes, and your Blitz, which should make it more useful than it is now for downtime. Six-Sided Star also made it to Endwalker, but we also have no information on it currently, although I'm assuming it will stay the same as it is now. Monk AoE looks like it will be very strong. The new level 82 kick that is also a guaranteed crit when used in Opo form, 4-point Fury, Rock Breaker, Enlightenment, Elixir Field, and Rising Phoenix will all deal AoE damage. Phantom Rush's tooltip hasn't been revealed yet, but based on its animation, it will very likely also deal AoE damage. It will not make sense for it to be single target only, as that will result in you only spamming Rising Phoenix for damage, making Elixir Field irrelevant since you won't need the Dark Chakra. Unfortunately, there is still some bad news. Chakra overcap will still be a problem, though it will not be as bad as it is now, since Forbidden Chakra is the only OGCD we will have due to Elixir Field being a GCD and Tornado Kick being either dead or now part of Masterful Blitz. There's still the problem of only being able to use Forbidden Chakra when the gauge is completely full. Most other jobs allow you to use the skills tied to the gauge when it's filled halfway or less. See Dancer, Ninja, Samurai, etc. Due to RNG, sometimes you can gain 4 chakras at once in a Brotherhood window, or gain chakra right before you crit, and then you've overcapped. It's impossible to know. An easy fix would be to just have 2 charges on the chakra gauge, where chakras 6 to 10 would be orbs of another color on top of the orange orbs we have now, for example. Now, having said all this, there's still so much we don't know. How exactly are skills getting reshuffled? What other skills are we getting from level 80 to the 90 during Endwalker leveling? I'm assuming, aside from the level 82 AoE, Phantom Rush will be the level 90 skill, and we will also probably get a trait that grants a 3rd charge to the Flash Step, which leaves 2 more slots for skills or traits, etc. We will just have to wait till October for more information from the media tour. In any case, thanks for sticking through the video. These are pretty substantial changes, and I had a lot to say, evidently. Stay safe and see you in the next one.